Hello, guys, and welcome to another live trading webinar. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon to those who live in Asia region or Australia. Ibrahim said, good morning, Theo. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for yesterday's awesome session. Looking forward to this morning. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Really appreciate your feedback and your comment. Mogiol said, good morning, Mr. Theo and everyone. Good morning, Mogiol. Maria, good morning all. Good morning, Maria. Mogiol said, non-financial advice on Euro JPY for our general education purpose, please. All right, we will check the Euro JPY. Janice, hello and welcome. How are you doing? Roland said, good morning, Theo, and good morning, all. Good morning, Roland. Larry said, Kalimera. Good morning, Larry. Kalimera means good morning in Greek. Mladen said, good morning. Good morning, Mladen. And Williams, how are you doing, Williams? So, as usual, and as Mogiol already mentioned that, this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide any investment or trading advice or any personal recommendation. It's only for market analysis as the way I see the market. And remember, we have the fundamental analysis every week. You can refer to our website and check the podcast. And for those who are new here, please download the Admirals mobile app. Rumen said, good morning. Good morning, Rumen. Mr. Carlos said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Carlos. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's check the pound US dollar first. So, what's going on with pound? Let's check the FIB tool from the low to the swing high. Price retraced or corrected to 50% FIB area. That coincides with the broken swing high, and it's a cluster of buying accumulation based on this pattern. Now, here is the thing. Guys, pay attention to this one. Price made a higher high. And this, it's the market behavior in all time frames, everywhere. In some instruments like the Forex, the cycles are more clear and the retracements are more deeper, but instruments like the equity stocks, in many occasions, the cycles are very shallow. The retracements or pullback are not that clear to initiate positions, and that cause some frustration to the trader. Now, what I would like you to understand and really have this as a guideline from now on. Price made, that was a high, and now made a new high. We call it higher high. Indicator, we try to be, every time the price make a new high, we are a bit of suspicious. So is this a real move in the market in terms of sustainable move? And in any retracement or correction, the market can have the authority to push higher. And here is the thing. In every trend, there are phases. And that's where traders, they get confused. This trend here in a daily chart, it has different phases and retracements on a 4-hour chart and then on the 1-hour chart. Okay, and on the lower time frame, it goes like this. Not exactly in a nice zigzag way, but pretty much it's like this. It cycles on the lower time frames. But we are trading the daily chart. We expect the price to correct it at a point that buying accumulation can be found. And one tool to find this buying accumulation is the FIP, 50% and 61.8%. It's the previous swing high that if the price come all the way to the swing high, this can act as a new support. And it's a moving average, dynamic support, or a Bollinger Band that also consists with the 20 moving average and the upper and lower band, and other like trend lines and so on. But when we identify the new high, we refer to some indicators like momentum indicators lead the price action. Why they do that? I need more time to explain it, and I will not go that deep into this webinar. So the indicator made a new high. It didn't fail to make a new high. So the indicator made a new high shows that this move here was a strong move compared to what? Compared to the previous move. So if this is a strong move, now the trader has to answer some questions. If this is a strong move and the price will stop and reverse around 50% or 61%, chances are that all these buyers here who lead the price, they will make their appearance, aggressive appearance again, and at this cluster area, somehow they're going to start buying, accumulating higher prices, and we expected the price to come at least to retest the previous new fresh high. That's the reason, and that's how we explain trends. That's how they work. Now, where you have to be careful. Many people, they don't understand that a retracement or a correction in any time frame, like this one here, this is a retracement or a correction on the daily chart. And it happens in all time frames, even in a 1 minute chart. If you go to the 4-hour chart, to the hourly chart, the trader who uses the hourly chart, the only thing that traders see is a downtrend. That's all. You can see it. Here is the hourly chart. You don't see any uptrend. Here you see only a downtrend, nice downtrend. A trend line can be drawn, a downward trend line. At this point, it broke. Good. But this trend here, at any point, can appear as a strong trend, and we don't know that. What we can do is to find the 50 and 61.8% retracement of this trend here. We found the retracement of this upward trend. Now we have to deal with the retracement. The retracement, it's also a trend if we can apply trend filter techniques. And in this occasion, we can apply. So if I go from the high to the low, the 61.8% retracement, it's somewhere here. So if we're going to buy here, this is an area on the chart that price might experience some resistance. Why? Because there are traders participating in this downtrend. And for those who see this as a downtrend, they're going to try to sell at a higher price. So should we buy and get out of the position here? Question number one. Question number two, should we buy and stop and sell the position here and go short? No. If our time frame for execution is the daily chart, we see an uptrend. But I'm saying that every trend at every point must be suspicious, because we don't know who is on the other side on the market and try to dominate the price. Okay, guys, I hope that I gave you a very good and analytic insight of how to read the trends. And traders, they make this mistake. This is a retracement or a correction. It is, but also it is a trend. So it's a minor trend compared to this trend here. Yes, it is a minor trend, but at this point here, if we see some activity that maybe we see a price action like a long tail doji candle, dragonfly, let's say, or a shooting star, inverse hammer, whatever, maybe we will suspicious a little bit our buying position from the bottom and think twice, what can we do? But if we ignore that this is also a trend, we're going to try to convince ourselves, pay attention to this. If a reversal price appears here, we're going to try to convince ourselves that that's not a real price action in the chart. Okay, but understanding that also here it's a trend, we might start reading the chart a bit more objective now. Okay. Good morning, guys. For those who join us, Ruben, Exman, Nick, Palmier, welcome, guys. So I'm starting to look for buying positions here. I already placed an alert at the low of the previous candle, and I'm looking for the price to dip down and to go with bullish engulfing. So that's my plan for the pound US dollar. The euro US dollar price is moving backwards, and the next support found around 1.10, and it's a strong area of support, but there is a stronger support at the 61.8 FIB area, and it's this one here. So if we see penetration of this area, we might wait for the price to come and retest this area of support to dive into the zone, and maybe we're going to see some false breaks out, some price action to tell us that we can start buying. Australian dollar, US dollar, it looks like that we are in the middle of this range. I was looking to sell with some kind of bearish engulfing from this area, but I didn't make it. Price went very deep into this impulse candle and didn't give me a small narrow price action setup to beat the ATR. I always want to beat the ATR in terms of the price action that I'm about to take the trade. So the stop loss of the previous candle to have to be smaller than the average true range of the market. So for the Australian dollar, just on the sideways now. New Zealand US dollar, that was a nice signal, I can say, from this point. The market now came at this previous swing, and we penetrated false break at this area. You see at this point, false break. Yesterday, it closed below. Now it's trying to move back upwards. It's not that clear. Okay. For buying, I believe the clearest out of all, it's the JBP against the USD. USD, JPY, we have this upward trend line. It broke to the downside. Price found support at this cluster of swing high and candles closes, and is trying to push higher. We are in between this resistance and this support. Not much room of opportunity to trade it. What I'm suspicious with this is the price action, the bodies. See here how strong the sellers appear. Too much volume within each candle. And from the top to the bottom, it took them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in 6 candles, they cleared that distance of 700 pips. Now it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th day, and they clear a distance of 230 pips. So it looks like the buying momentum is lacking in this market. USD Canadian dollar, I don't know what's going on. I had bias at this zone here, bearish engulfing, although the room of opportunity until the price hit the low, it wasn't favorable and I didn't initiate the trade. Now this double bottom is not a double bottom as per technical analysis. As we teach in technical analysis, a double bottom, it has to have at least 15 to 20 candles apart, because when the books written in technical analysis, they were using mainly the daily charts. So the execution time frame was the daily chart. And remember, guys, most of the books that we have as reference today, they were written based on our expertise of the equity markets and not the Forex markets. It's a different way the Forex market moves, as per cycles, as per false break. So I will make it a bit more generic for you. And if you are trading on any given time frame, just keep this rule in mind. For any double bottom or any double top, give about 15 to 20 candles. All right. Next one, USD CHF. We put a bullish market, put a bullish engulfing at this point, and is trying to push a bit higher. If we use the Fib tool from the high to the low, the 61.8% is somewhere here. Now, we have this obstacle, the resistance at 0.869, so at 87 cents. If the price break above this resistance, chances are to retest this 61.8. Euro JPY, it's trying to make its move to the upside, although the price action here is not what I ideally like to see. Why? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 7th candle, and buyers, they didn't come aggressive in seven periods, 7 days. After these 2 candles, price should explode. But if less and less people are buying, and when it made a new high 2 days ago, you see this body here, it cleared all the previous highs, and someone will expect the price to continue move higher. Why price stopped here yesterday with that inside candle? See, it leaves many questions. On the 4-hour chart, a channel can be used from this point to that point. That's a valid channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time. So that's a valid one. But in the context of the daily of the higher time frame, looks like there is a sort of weakness in this move. Pound JPY, pound is weak, and so JPY as well is weak. It's not that JPY is strong, so it's not something I would like to get involved. Australian dollar JPY, it's very messy here. We don't have any strong resistance yet. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 points, so we can draw the downward trend line. And when the price, if the price retests here, that will be a good area to look for sell positions. If we check the FIB retracement from the high to the low, 61.8, it's exactly here where price touched yesterday. Again, it doesn't scream out to me that sell me today. So on the sidelines, I prefer to see the price coming there. Canadian dollar and Kiwi, still nothing against the Japanese yen both. Next, gold. I got triggered yesterday on this bearish engulfing setup on the gold. Why I like this setup? Because we are at resistance, inside candle, bearish engulfing was potential. Market made a new high. I placed, as I show you, the sell stop order. I got triggered and I'm expecting the price to continue falling. So I'm bearish on the gold. WTI, bearish engulfing here, didn't really move the market lower, and maybe we're going to see some continuation of higher highs and higher lows, creation of higher highs and higher lows, because so far that's the reference we have. We have something that can call high, but we need a higher than this high to confirm also that 1, 2, 3, 4, the ABCD pattern. And if any retracement occurred, we will be ready to buy. Silver, bearish engulfing yesterday on silver from this inside resistance. Nice way to trade it. I took the gold trade, not the silver. Cooper. What with the Cooper? The area of resistance, it's here. Now it's in the middle of nowhere as per the time frame I'm trading. Bitcoin sideways yesterday. Let's see today if it's gonna. I really expect the Bitcoin. I really expected that Bitcoin will decline, to be honest, and just retest this area of about $27,000, $26,000. Dow Jones 30. Higher highs, higher lows. Indicator, the RSI is showing overbought condition. If you would like to go against this trend, I will, and it's nothing wrong to trade counter trends, okay? We just need to know what we are doing. If you use the Bollinger Bands, you can see that Bollinger. So guys, by the way, to learn and apply Bollinger Bands, it's one of the most powerful method in the Forex, okay? They capture the volatility extremely well. So here is the weakness appear on the band. Every time the market make a breakout of the upper band, if the lower band doesn't break out to the downside and it inclines upward, it shows weakness in the market. We have also, so we are in the upper extreme, and that calls from the band to contract the volatility. So at some point, we're going to see the retracement. Here it's an area of previous high that it can act as a support. And the RSI, it's in an overbought condition, it's above 70. So this indicates, if I was about to post a technical analysis, let's say on somewhere, that screams for shorts, but we need some price action set up. Yeah. So just letting you know, you can use also the Bollinger Bands. Nasdaq yesterday, this doji candle caused the market to push a little bit lower, and the S&P 500, it's in an uptrend. Yeah, we have higher highs on the indicators and everywhere. So it's a healthy uptrending market. FTSE broke outside of both downward trend lines. So I delete that one. The next resistance found at this point here, the highest point of this gravestone, let's say, candle. And the stock 50, nothing at this resistance and moving nowhere. DAX daily chart again rejected from the resistance, 4-hour chart in the middle of nowhere, 5-minute chart here. So I will place a sell stop order below the low of this candle, and I will place a buy stop above the high of this candle. So 1.5 minutes left for the London Open. Guys, sorry, I didn't check the chat at all. Ibrahim said your explanations are so to the point. Thank you so much. Lara who said, good morning. What about WTI? Thanks. We talked about that one. Darshan said the pound CPI news data at 7 o'clock on the 19th caused the sharp pullback. Exactly. We had a good rally on pound just now, but it is easing fast. Yes, correct. Thank you so much, Darshan, for the correction. Appreciate that. There is a quick with a Bollinger walking the bands. Yep. Darshan said that there is a quick with Bollinger, the walking the bands, which it's a great strategy. I found it to be a great strategy on the equity markets, but on the Forex, they don't trend that perfect like the equity markets to apply this technique and have great results. But yeah, it's one of the most popular techniques as well. London Open, and we are expected to see a break either to the upside or to the downside. If we break to the downside, we have 15 points to make until this low. Guys, any other currency pair you watching or you want some analysis? So we got triggered on the sell, therefore I cancel the buy stop order. Always when we get triggered in one direction, we question the trade for a false breakout. This is a quick one, guys. Already 10 points. Already 10 points made. I will close the trade with a good profit again today. If you are still in the trade, The market gave 13 points, give it or take with a spread. Darshan, are you really trading the USD Mexican peso? Ibrahim said, I hesitate to sell trade on gold yesterday, so I'm waiting to see how price reacts today. Yep, that's totally fine. Well, Darshan, are you really trading? No, but intended to. Darshan is going to Mexico for first time next April. So do you really need to do market analysis on the US dollar Mexican peso? Okay, guys, that's all from me today. I hope you had a great session. If you find this valuable, please throw some likes on the YouTube. That's again for personal interest and only. So it gives me an understanding how good are these webinar. So I will let you with that. I wish to everyone to have a fantastic weekend, get some rest, spend some time with your family, with your friends, with yourself as well. Okay. Happy trading for those who are going to intraday later on. And I look forward to see you again on Monday at the same time. Thank you so much.